Today, we're taking a journey into the legendary world of Street Fighter, exploring a tale filled with suspense, raw power, and the lure of darkness. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe, like, share, and hit the bell icon to catch more exciting stories like this one. Now let's dive in. It's a dark, stormy night, with rain pouring down in torrents that bounce off the deserted streets. Thunder rumbles, and lightning illuminates an old, forgotten part of the city. Amid the shadows, a dimly lit warehouse stands, with a faint hum of voices echoing from within. This is no ordinary gathering. It's the site of the Street Fighter Tournament, an underground event where warriors from around the world come to prove their strength, settle scores, and test the limits of their skill. But this tournament is shrouded in mystery and danger, rumored to be connected to the notorious crime syndicate Shadow. In the middle of the bustling crowd, a lone figure stands silently. Clad in a worn-out white GI with a red headband tied firmly around his head, Ryu closes his eyes, feeling the weight of the tournament settle over him. Known for his stoic demeanor and powerful techniques, Ryu is a warrior on a quest, but not just for victory. Beneath his calm exterior lies a struggle against a dark energy he has long fought to suppress, the Satsui no Heido, or surge of murderous intent. This dark force whispers to him, urging him to unleash its deadly power, but Ryu knows that embracing it fully could consume his soul. For him, this tournament is more than a battle of fists. It's a test of will, a journey to confront and conquer his inner darkness. Beside him, a familiar voice cuts through the noise. "So, you finally made it, huh?" Ryu opens his eyes to see his friend and rival, Ken Masters, standing with a confident grin. Ken, with his red GI and fiery spirit, is a stark contrast to Ryu. They train together in Japan under the same master, but where Ryu is disciplined and calm, Ken is brash and aggressive, embodying the flames of his fighting style. Ken nudges Ryu. "This time, I'm not holding back. Ready to see who's the better fighter?" Ryu smirks, appreciating his friend's challenge. "I wouldn't have it any other way." The tournament begins, each match fiercer than the last. Fighters from around the world, each with their unique fighting style, are here for their own reasons. Some for pride, others for revenge, and a select few seeking redemption. Chun-Li, an Interpol agent with a mission of justice, stands out among them. Her father was taken from her by the ruthless Shadow leader, Imp Bison, and she's determined to bring him down. Chun-Li's kicks are fast and precise, each one delivering a message of vengeance. But there are others who fight for pride and patriotism. Zangief, a towering Russian wrestler known as the Red Cyclone, stands proudly in the ring, fighting to prove the strength of his homeland. With a chest scarred from countless battles, he meets his first opponent, Dalsim, an Indian yogi whose power lies not in raw strength but in his flexibility and supernatural abilities. Dalsim's arms stretch like rubber, and his hands emit mystical fire. The crowd watches in awe as Zangief and Dalsim clash, with Zangief's sheer force against Dalsim's agility. After a long struggle, Zangief's brute strength prevails, but Dalsim's wisdom and grace remain unbroken. Elsewhere in the shadows, another fighter observes, Guile, a stern American soldier and master of the sonic boom. Guile isn't here for glory, he's here for revenge. His friend and fellow soldier was killed in a mission orchestrated by Shadow, and Guile has vowed to hunt down those responsible. When he takes to the ring, Guile's movements are sharp and precise, a man focused on his mission. His powerful sonic boom and flash kick overwhelm his opponent, and with each victory he inches closer to his goal. As Ryu and Ken progress through their rounds, the tournament grows darker, and strange figures appear among the audience, watching silently. Ryu feels an unsettling presence in the room, a darkness that seems familiar. But he brushes it off, focusing on the upcoming match, which, to his surprise, is against his closest friend, Ken. When Ryu and Ken step into the ring, the air crackles with anticipation. This isn't just a fight, it's a clash of philosophies. Ken's confident smirk fades as he faces Ryu, his friend and rival. "I won't hold back, Ryu. Let's give it everything we've got." Ryu nods, steeling himself. The two fighters launch into action, their movements synchronized yet distinct. Ken's attacks are fiery, fierce, and swift, using rapid kicks and a blazing shoryuken, while Ryu's moves are deliberate, powerful, and focused. The battle is fierce, with the crowd mesmerized as they go blow for blow. But as the fight progresses, Ryu begins to feel a familiar tug within him, the Satsui no Heido, whispering for him to let go, to give in to its power. In a moment of desperation, Ryu nearly releases the dark energy, but he manages to pull back just in time, delivering a powerful but controlled Hadouken that narrowly defeats Ken. The match ends with Ryu victorious but shaken. Ken, though defeated, gives Ryu a nod of respect. "You're stronger than I thought, Ryu. But whatever it is you're holding back, be careful. Don't let it control you." As the semi-finals approach, a new presence emerges from the shadows. Akuma. Known only in whispered tales, Akuma is a master of the dark energy that Ryu fears, having embraced the Satsui no Heido fully. His eyes burn with a crimson light, and his aura radiates pure malice. He doesn't come for victory or honor. He comes only to fight the strongest and prove his dominance. Akuma's first opponent is Guile, and the fight is brutal. Guile's sonic booms and flash kicks are powerful, but they barely faze Akuma. With a terrifying display of raw power, Akuma uses his Raging Demon technique, a series of strikes that leave Guile defeated. As Guile falls, Akuma looks directly at Ryu in the audience, a dark grin spreading across his face. "I'm waiting for you, Ryu. Embrace the darkness or be crushed by it." The words shake Ryu to his core. He realizes that facing Akuma won't just be a test of skill, it'll be a test of his very soul. That night, he finds Ken and tells him everything. The Satsui no Heido, his fear of succumbing to it, and his dread of what Akuma represents. Ken listens, a look of concern crossing his face. "Ryu, you don't have to fight him. You don't have to do this alone." But Ryu shakes his head, his voice steady. "I have to face this, Ken. If I don't confront my darkness now, it'll consume me someday. This is something I have to do alone." The final round arrives, and Ryu steps into the ring to face Akuma. The air is heavy, filled with an eerie silence as the crowd watches. Akuma's aura is intense, almost tangible, as if the darkness itself has taken form. He smirks, his voice a low growl. "You've come, Ryu. I can feel the power within you. Release it, embrace it, and you may have a chance." But Ryu stands firm. "I won't give in to the darkness. My strength comes from within, not from hatred or rage." Akuma laughs, his voice echoing through the arena. "Then prepare to be destroyed." With a roar, he charges, and the battle begins. The fight is a blur of motion, each strike reverberating through the room. Akuma's moves are relentless, each one pushing Ryu closer to the edge. Ryu struggles to keep up, feeling his control slipping as the Satsui no Heido tempts him to let go. Akuma taunts him, each word stoking the fire within. But Ryu remembers the words of his master and his friends. He focuses on his training, drawing strength from his resolve rather than his rage. In a final, desperate clash, Ryu channels all his energy into a single Shoryuken, striking Akuma with a force that sends him crashing to the ground. Akuma sneers, rising slowly, but his body weakens. He gives Ryu a dark smile. "This isn't over, Ryu. One day, you'll embrace the darkness, and when that day comes, I'll be waiting." With that, he disappears into the shadows. Exhausted, Ryu stands victorious. He's won not just the match but a battle against his own darkness. The crowd erupts, and Ken rushes over to congratulate him. Ryu finally feels at peace, knowing he doesn't need the Satsui no Heido to be strong. As the tournament ends, each fighter leaves with a renewed purpose. Chun-Li vows to bring down Bison once and for all, and Guile sets out to protect his comrades. Ryu and Ken, with mutual respect and friendship stronger than ever, agree to meet again someday in another tournament. And as Ryu walks away from the arena, he knows that he'll continue to fight, but now with a clear purpose, a journey to be the best version of himself without falling into the shadows. Thank you for joining me on this intense journey through the Street Fighter universe. If you enjoyed this story, please make sure to like, share, subscribe, and ring that bell for more epic tales like this one. See you in the next story.